All right, so I've got the original Donut Shop peppermint bark flavor coffee to look forward to a little bit later, probably about an hour and a half from now, somewhere along those lines after I complete this workout. And just a follow-up to that McCafe Mocha Frappe iced coffee that I had the other day. You know, the first few sips tasted pretty good, but it was sweet. I mentioned that in the video, but it was so sweet that after the first few sips, it took me pretty much the rest of the day to drink it because it was just too sweet for me. So just something to keep in mind. If you're thinking about trying that flavor, if you like a sweet drink, nothing wrong with that. But that's not a bad one to try. That's not a bad one to try. But for me, it was just a little bit too much for me to handle, so I probably won't be picking that flavor up for myself anytime soon. I'm going to stick pretty much to more of the traditional style of coffees, and I do like peppermint, so I'm looking forward to trying the peppermint bark. Now, keep in mind that this is, you know, all of these coffees are coming out of a holiday advent calendar, so even though it's February and we're starting to get close to springtime, we're not quite there yet, but we're fast approaching March, that we're still going to be trying out probably a lot of holiday type of blends of coffee, and that's okay. It's okay. It's still February here in Michigan, and by Michigan standards, that's still considered to be winter. In some years, it's been the coldest month out of the year for me, with the most snow. You wouldn't know it from today, looking out there as I look out my windows today, but traditionally, February is still pretty much the heart of winter here in Michigan. So I don't mind having a little bit of winter flavors for my coffee. All right, so for today's workout, so it's going to be easy effort for 40 minutes with 10 minutes cool down. So basically 15-minute workout altogether, and I'll chat just a little bit throughout the workout. All right, let's get into this one. All right, so I am underway with this 40-minute workout. Get 10 minutes to cool down, so 50 minutes all together. And I'm just focused on trying to keep my heart rate in that easy heart rate zone. I don't want to blow out of it, but I don't want it to be too low either. So that's what I'm going to be working on, just dialing in my heart rate for today. So it's not a day when I'm trying to push it hard, but rather just try to keep everything moving, keep it loose, keep the blood flowing, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, and so there's really no 10-minute warm-up to this session because it is an easy effort. But I did my yoga ahead of time, and I incorporated something that I haven't done in a while to my routine. I started using a lacrosse ball to try to loosen up, my hip area, glutes, all that kind of good stuff. And I've done that in the past, and it seemed to work out really well. Not sure why I ever stopped doing it. It doesn't hurt anything. It only takes a few minutes. So it's something that, I'd gotten out of the habit of doing. So I'm going to put that back into my yoga routine in the morning. And figure, it can't hurt. Can't hurt. So, all right, you guys, we'll talk more, probably halfway through this effort. We'll see you then. All right, so we are 23 minutes in, well, about 23 and a half minutes at this point. So I decided to come down out of, sit down in the saddle and take a couple of minutes to get a drink and have my heart rate come down just a little bit. It was in the mid 140s, starting to push up there a little bit. That's getting to the outside edge of where I want to be. Ideally, I'm trying to keep it in the 130s because it is, an easier effort. I'm going to stay down, seated for 2 minutes, and then I'll come back up. And that's just kind of nice even numbers, right? So I went from 23 minutes is when I sat down, and I'll come back up out of the saddle at 25 minutes. And then when we get towards the end, I'll do the same. so that I can cool down a little bit before ending the session. Whew, all right, let's get on with it. Okay, so I'm just finishing up, spinning my legs out here for a couple of minutes at the end of this 50-minute workout. And it went pretty well today. I will note that, for part of the workout, I just kind of closed my eyes and focused on keeping my legs turning over at a steady pace and not really thinking about much, just kind of zoning out. And that kind of made the time go by a little bit quicker today, because it can get a little bit boring indoors. I do have a training video that I'm following up on the screen, but they're not doing what I'm doing. But still, it's something to watch and listen to help pass the time. All right, I'm gonna finish spinning my legs out, and we'll talk more when I'm done. I'll see you back here in a minute. All right, so this easy workout is complete for today. So again, it was 50 minutes total, 40 minutes, 10 minutes to cool down. Take a look at the numbers. And I did go 51 minutes, so an extra minute to spin my legs out. 23.75 kilometers, 261.6 average power in terms of watts. 74 was the average frequency, so in other words, the RPMs or cadence. And then of course, the average resistance was 8. Whew, so even though it was an easy effort, I still kind of worked up a sweat, and worked on my bass a little bit today. Did a little bit of bass work. Now I'm looking forward to getting that shower in, and then I'm going to be enjoying the peppermint bark flavored coffee from Donut Shop. So it's the original Donut Shop. All right, we're going to see you back here in a couple of minutes. We'll get this one going in the Keurig and see what it tastes like. Oh, that shower sure felt good. All right. Let's get that coffee going. I could use a little caffeine kick. It's early afternoon, so it's not terribly late in the day, but this is about the latest that I'd want to have a cup of coffee. It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So let's get this one going in the Keurig. All right, it's got a pretty decent amount of peppermint flavor to it. I would say it's somewhat of a medium roast, maybe a little bit of an earthy tone to the flavor of the coffee itself, mixed with a little bit of peppermint. I like it. I like it. This could be a nice holiday treat maybe next year. I doubt that I'm going to be able to find it this time of year. The upside is if I can find it, chances are it's going to be on sale because it definitely is a holiday blend. So I'm going to enjoy this one today. All right. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Woo! Oh, so we got this pet, basically it's a pet stroller. So I'm hoping to be able to put Bella in it and take her out. The other cats that we have, there's no way they would ever go in a stroller. They don't like going outside, but Bella loves the outdoors. She likes to go for walks, and she'll put on her vest and things like that with no problem. She really enjoys being outside. So I'm hoping that I might be able to use the pet stroller maybe on future run workouts that I'm able to do. So even more incentive for me to get healthy as quickly as possible. So fingers crossed, because I'm excited not just to run, but now I'm excited to give that a try because I think that's something that Bella would really enjoy. All right, you guys, we'll see you next time.